My name is Julian Jimenez, and I'm the founder of Reuneo, an events platform, and I host a lot of events. Events is how you know whether you have a real-world audience that engages with what you are doing. Here's the thing. To create good events, good recurring events, you need engagement. The attendees at your events, social events, of course, the ones where you're talking to people. I'm not talking about musical, concerts and whatnot. For social events, attendees go because they want to talk to people. They want to make connections for whatever reason, finding, romantic partners or business partners or making friends. There's so many different reasons. Or you just want to expand your network. That's the main one, right? So you want to make connections, and that's the goal. That's what the goal should be for events. And a lot of times what event organizers do is to solve that problem, they do things that don't really help out with making connections. They'll get a DJ, have some nice music. They'll get nice fancy food. They'll have maybe icebreaker activities, which do help, every now and then. But it doesn't really get to the cause or the root cause of how do you get people to connect and talk to each other. You're basically asking, how can we get people at events to talk to each other, to engage with each other? There is a new solution that I recently created, to be honest. It's a connection engine. It's a web tool called Reuneo, Reuneo. And it allows attendees in an event to meet as many people as they wish. It's very similar to speed friending, speed networking, but much simpler, much smoother. And it's modernized. At the end of the day, events is all about creating real connections. If you create real connections for your attendees, that creates real engagement, and it's a self-sustaining cycle. I'm an event organizer as well. The reason why we're in the trenches is because it's so hard to create community. It's so hard to create a sustainable cycle, sequence of events where people keep coming and you get new people. That is the number one problem that we're all trying to solve. So that is why I created Reuneo, because it is something that solves that exact problem. It's not a suggestion, or it's not something that we hope is going to create connections. It's a connection engine. It makes sure that everyone in that little space, in that room, whether it's 10 attendees or maybe 100 attendees, whether it's a conference or whether it's a small speed friending group, they're all going to get to meet as many people as they want. It's structured, intentional networking. If they don't want to participate, as an organizer, that's very tough, right? There's someone's like, I don't want to do this. I know how to organically network. Hey, more power to you. But I've seen it time and time again. I've hosted so many events with my app. It's like a party that keeps growing and growing. If anyone's in that session and anyone that's on the outside sees that session going on, they have FOMO because they see this structured networking where everyone has someone to talk to. Everyone has a paired interaction. And they're like, how do I get in on that? Well, hey, remember how you said you were too cool to scan that QR and join? Go back and scan. The way I use Reuneo in my events, it's an icebreaker. It's the number one way to get your event started the right way. Those first 30 minutes when you're waiting for people to come in, so you're not going to start your agenda yet because you want to wait for a better turnout, that's where we come in. You can start pairing people up right away, whether there's 5, even 2 people. Because as more people come in, they'll get paired up in the subsequent rounds. So it just keeps growing. As long as someone's checking them in, saying, hey, scan this QR, put your name, put a picture. That's all you need, a name and a picture. We don't ask for an app to be downloaded. We don't ask for, authentication. We don't want your phone. We don't want your social, all that mess that a lot of these apps want. Plug and play. And then after 30 minutes, you have 20, 30, 40 people. Whoever already came into the event, they're all making quality connections. They're all talking to each other. And it's like this controlled, systemized party that's going on. People cycle out. If they got to go use the restroom, or maybe they met someone that they want to keep going with, of course, we just tell them, or as an organizer, you tell them, hey, on the app, click leave. There's a leave or take a break button. Sometimes they forget to do that, but there is a way you can cycle out, and it remembers you in that session. So you can come in and join again whenever you want. It'll pair you up with someone new. It remembers your past pairing history. And of course, there's also matchmaking in there if you want to have interest-based curated connections. That's a whole nother story. We can wait for that later. The types of event organizers that use this app are mainly social event organizers. Events where there's social connections that they're trying to make happen. So not like, pickleball meetups where they're just doing an activity or like a concert or something with music and entertainment. Networking, social interactions is where we thrive. And then that on its own is so many categories. There's conferences, there's, friending groups, there's even dating groups. We have a couple of dating organizers that use us. And the reason why we're so versatile for so many different networking industries is because the app itself is customizable by the organizer based on their audience. So you can have people get paired up randomly, which is a great community building icebreaker experience. or you can have interest-based matching, where you can curate a list of categories and the attendees will choose from those categories who they are and what they're looking for. So there can be a complementary matching within the pairing experience. So if Reuneo gets big enough, will its brand and the awareness of the tool's brand help drive more attendance and engagement at these event organizers who use the tool? And I think yes, because I think over time they'll know, hey, I'm not going to be randomly bumping into people. It says right here they're using the Reuneo tool. I feel safe. For a lot of introverts, at least, they're like, it's structured pairing interactions, and they love that. It's a game. They find who they got next in the room. You find them, they find you. It's like this little meet cute moment, but it's a meet cute moment for every single attendee. Everyone's got someone that they're supposed to talk to. Time's up. Oh, who do I have next? You know, John Pittman, how's it going? Okay, good. Then boom, you talk to them. That's the other thing. We're opening a can of worms as to like the brand of Reuneo. The reason why attendees love it, at least from the attendee perspective, is you get to actually network and work the room and meet as many people as you want compared to other events that don't use it. Because a lot of times when you go to networking events, you're stuck 30, 40-minute conversations with someone who's talking, you know, at you, not to you, right? And after a while, you're like, how do I get out of this? How do I, you know, go and tell to someone, I like you, but I want to work a room? That's where Reuneo comes in. It's like, hey, the timer went off. I've got John. I got to go find John. So you've been great. And then the other side of the spectrum is you really like that person and they complain, I want more time. How do I get more time? Well, follow up with them. The whole point of networking events isn't to like make your business partner right there and then. It's to get that connection, leave you wanting more. Schedule your follow-up with that person after the event. That's what it's for. So that's what we help extroverted people do and introverted people do. Like, it's for everyone. Because no matter how well or good or bad or good you are at networking, no one can end a conversation very well. It's very tough, especially when it's a one-sided combo. With this tool, I'm safe. This is going to be a safe networking structure where I know I can navigate the room and meet as many people as I want.